Well, this is interesting.
This time on Heavy Rescue 401,
Oh, that's ugly.
Colin leads the team
Oh, she's on a heck of a lean.
to new heights.
Be careful up there. I am.
You watch the trail, or I'll watch the truck.
A hard pull
He's up in the air pretty good.
pushes John,
I've never seen them all together.
and a bittersweet goodbye at BNG.
Gives you a hug.
Things are looking up. Yeah, no accident, no problem. Appreciate that.
After months of frigid conditions,
The road's been fast out there. Perfect.
warm weather has finally taken hold for drivers in Toronto.
Activity.
But just 60 miles north, winter isn't giving up just yet.
On the 400, a very different story. We have some very strong winds whipping up some whiteout conditions.
Holy, she's howling here. Right now, my main concern is when the road.
Winds blowing off of Georgian Bay are blowing heavy squalls right across Highway 400.
Wherever that unit is coming up, the winds are on and off with the radars.
It goes from beautiful conditions to complete whiteout conditions in an instant.
Sergeant Kerry Schmidt is heading straight into the worst hit stretch of highway.
This is a very common area where we get blowing snow when snow streamers are coming off Georgian Bay. And that's scary because drivers may not expect or understand what they're getting themselves into. And by the time they enter into this area, they may not be able to stop within the distance that they can actually have visibility.
Any sudden moves or stops could set off a chain reaction.
Oh! That pickup truck just started coming into the lanes there.
Very dangerous situation, and in these kinds of environments, the drivers have to be able to drive according to these conditions, because all of a sudden you come across stop traffic in blowing snow, there's nowhere for you to go.
Okay, here we are.
10 miles south of Barrie, drivers are stuck behind the site of a multi-vehicle crash.
Wow, it's windy. You can't see a thing. There's a police car 20 feet from me, and you can barely see the shadow.
Get out of here if you can just stay put. Thanks, guys.
Local OPP inspector Lori Taylor Bolton has been managing a chaotic scene.
We had a multi-vehicle crash in whiteout conditions here on the 400 southbound, so we're just trying to coordinate to get all these vehicles out of here.
Most of the damaged vehicles have been cleared,
So this is the last vehicle?
Yeah.
but the road is far from ready for traffic.
Where we're standing right now is where all the collisions were. There's plastic debris, metal debris, vehicle debris.
If we have people go through this and then they got a whole bunch of flat tires and people disabled in bad weather, that's not good either.
Yeah.
So
The debris is only half the problem. Snow has built up, and plows are stuck behind the backlog. Until the plows get in, none of the stuck drivers are getting out.
Some of the vehicles at the front of this wreck have probably been sitting here for 3 or 4 hours already. Their patience is running dry.
Yeah, they're not letting anybody pass.
I've been sitting there for hours now. Still waiting.
Our issue right now is to get the plows to the scene. We can't get them from the north because traffic is still backed up and there's no access for them to get around that area.
So Inspector Taylor Bolton has called them from the other direction, driving the wrong way.
The plows have arrived. There's a whole crew of plows here. This is exactly what we've been waiting for. We're gonna turn around. What we're trying to do is get this highway reopened.
We have 2 fire trucks, right?
Now it's up to the inspector to coordinate the quickest but safest exit for the trapped drivers.
So we're just getting fire set up here to get them around, and then we'll start bleeding these people through.
Okay, sounds good.
So, okay, good. We're gonna put one here and the other one up there to make them S-curve around it, just to keep them slow, because this is the most slippery area.
It's nice to have leadership there to work out the coordinations with all the emergency services.
Okay, guys, you're leading the conga. Here, be safe. Whew.
And we finally had traffic moving again.
There we go. Good job, people.
By the sounds of it, they're having a bit of a mess up there right now.
As afternoon turns to night, the cold keeps its grip on the region north of Toronto.
Pretty major accident here.
And John Allen is heading to a call further east up Highway 12.
Lincoln!
But where John really wants to be tonight
I'm stuck!
is home, with his biggest fan, his grandson.
Why don't we use your monster truck?
I can do it.
Lincoln loves, you know, the whole tow truck thing. He's always doing little recoveries.
Okay, Paul.
A lot of times, I'm gone to work before the grandson wakes up, and I get home after he's gone to bed. So I always look forward to my papa-grandson time together.
Yeah.
Okay, man, you did it.
I did it.
You did
Yay.
I can see him following in my footsteps.
You're fine. High five. Yeah, good job.
I did it.
I work a lot of hours. There's high risk at our job, and I got to take advantage of having that family time.
I did it, Papa. No.
And tonight, there's a driver who won't be making it home.
Truck was going northbound, car was coming southbound, they collided. Had a fatality here, which is really unfortunate.
The person in the car didn't make it, you know. I feel for him, his family.
This guy coming hard and fast.
The impact ripped the front axle from the scrap hauler and sent it crashing down in the ditch.
This thing has 40 tons of scrap metal in it. Most of it's all over the ditch here. Probably still dealing with, 30, 40,000 pound load, right?
We're pushing 100,000 pounds that has to be uprighted and pulled out of the ditch.
There, that's good. It's messier than I thought, that's for sure.
John and the Abrams towing crew are working alongside Dan Steinhauer from Jim's Towing.
Tonight, his guys are tied up, so, right away he thought, let's call Abrams.
I'm gonna set my truck up in the middle here.
John is kind of a mentor from a different company, and this is not a small job by any means.
I can pull the entire trailer up because, there is no front axle to spike. And while I'm holding it, I can also give it a pull out.
Okay.
They'll rig 2 lines from John's rotator over the partially loaded trailer and attempt to pull it upright.
So what do you want? Pull it that way?
I want the block to come up around the edge. Walk it this way, Dan. Where it's at there.
We're probably still up in the 100,000 pound area. I've got rigging around the back of the trailer, around the front of the trailer, plus the weight of the tractor. It's a huge pull.
Now we're gonna take this line, we're gonna pass it up to you, we're gonna do the same thing in the front corner.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
It will be a workout for John's rotator.
We're gonna put this thing through its paces tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna snug it up. Come on down, Dan. So keep an eye on my truck. You watch the trailer, I'll watch the truck.
And right away, it's clear.
No.
The only thing moving is John's truck.
He's up in the air pretty good.
I've never seen that much gap. Normally it's a couple inches or something like that. We're talking feet.
To see a wrecker standing up on its rear outriggers, well, it's one of two things. It's either a guy that has no clue what he's doing,
Too heavy.
or it's a guy that knows what he's doing and he's pushing the limits.
No. He's up in the air pretty good.
North of Oshawa on Highway 12.
Whoa!
John Allen's rotator and his recovery are up in the air.
This is one of them things where I know I'm right on the limits of what I'm doing, and things are kind of teeter-tottering. Let me tighten up the back one. So you get the load coming up, truck will set back down.
Take over next. You did. Good work, guys.
Now they just need to pull it out of the ditch without letting it topple back over.
I'm gonna follow the truck as he's pulling it out. Whoa! I think we're out, where I don't have to hold it no more.
This job went well. I like working with John. I'll work with John any other day.
Yeah, it was a little tough, cold. It was in the ground, ground's frozen, but you know, we got it done.
And now John is ready for a break and some time with his favorite operator in training.
It's been a busy week out here. I'm looking forward to this weekend off. You know, I got some grandson stuff to do this weekend. You know, we just have a blast. Truck is gone. Job well done. I'm off to bed.
Big truck parked in the ditch.
220 miles southwest. A new day brings clear skies over Highway 402.
Bunch of guys.
It's a welcome sign after a late blast of winter yesterday.
Yeah, we got a tractor trailer.
But that weather has left its mark.
Wrecks everywhere out here.
So Gary Vandenheuvel is going to work.
Yeah, yesterday was a crazy day, all the snow. Today's cleanup day.
With multiple jobs waiting, he and his son Colin will need to divide up the recoveries.
We're heading out to two trucks that are tangled up pretty good. One's on its side and the other one's jackknifed into it. This could be a good fight.
Wow. That's nasty looking.
Well, this is interesting. This one's a bit of a tight quarters situation. I've never seen anything like this before. There's a lot of damage here. Ouch.
After one semi rolled in the ditch, the second truck lost control, slid off the road, and slammed right into the first truck.
That's in there pretty good. It's certainly deep.
Veteran op Glenn Hobman will help clear the mess.
I gotta run. I got a dump truck in the ditch, so you guys are on your own.
Gary is counting on Colin to take charge, part of his evolving role in the company.
He's a younger guy. These guys have obviously a few more miles behind them than he does, so I'm sure it's a little difficult for them to listen to that, but I'm sure that they still do respect his knowledge and where he's come from on this.
Okay, guys, I'm out of here. leaves Glenn and I up to the challenge of getting this up and out by ourselves, you know, that is definitely a little bit of extra pressure.
All right, what are you thinking?
You know, I do kind of want to come up with my own ideas on this one, but Glenn does have a little bit more experience. We have to get it coming up and out first to get the trailer away from this.
Colin wants to start with the semi that's still upright.
We can get the front of the trailer up, you know, about 5 feet. We're gonna be clear of that landing gear. And then I can grab the back end with the rotator and I can pull that trailer around, I think.
I'll have no leverage whatsoever for doing a side pull like that.
I know, that's kind of where I'm a little worried.
The angle of this ditch is fairly steep. It's going to be a hard angle off the back of my truck because I want to be able to winch this tractor basically directly up the hill.
And the angle is only the first problem.
You gonna try and get along the rail?
Yeah. Because this thing sat all night, it's actually sunk down into the mud. Oh yeah, look at that. That's all frozen. Rock solid.
So that's going to cause a little extra resistance when we go to pull this out.
Yeah, it's a mess down here.
Glenn's wrecker is hooked up on the front with Colin's rotator on the back.
That's probably good there, Glenn.
They'll need to break the grip of the frozen mud.
This'll be fun. Okay, you ready, Glenn? He's gonna put a little bit of pull on it, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of pull on it, and we're gonna see which way this thing wants to turn. Hey, Glenn, watch your truck!
Wow.
That's it? It's fighting us quite hard. I'm floating.
We keep pulling on this and something goes wrong in a critical spot, this can go south real quick.
Tearing the strap.
Tearing the strap?
Yep, right at the corner.
Oh. You want to fight?
Tearing the strap.
Oh. Tearing the strap?
On the edge of Highway 402,
Right at the corner.
the heavy pull is ripping through Colin's rigging.
This one's really fighting us. It's putting up a lot of resistance with the mud and the ice and everything being frozen in. Okay.
Colin re-rigs with some protection for the new strap.
All right, tighten her up. There we go.
While Glenn repositions closer to the ditch.
All right, ready to try again?
Yeah. How is it?
Keep going, keep going.
But as they make a second attempt,
You are gonna fight.
Glenn sees that they're pulling more than just the upright semi.
Call in. We're hooked.
What we've discovered now is as I'm trying to pull, I'm trying to basically pull both trailers together.
Yeah.
It kind of locked itself into the landing gear, making a nice little puzzle for us.
You know, my dad's not here on this one, so I really want to prove to him that we can get this done without him here. If I can grab that back end, swing it, it's gonna pivot away too, if I can swing the back end, right?
Yeah.
So let's do that. I'm gonna pivot the back end a little bit and get it moving. So if I can drag the back end of this trailer close up to the road,
Glenn can pull the front, and it's actually going to pivot the two pieces away from that trailer.
All right.
This isn't something you read in a textbook.
It's clear now. If I give it a pull, she'll come right past it.
Okay. This is just something that you come up with as you go.
Well, we got her.
Perfect. One down, one left to go here.
And it's the one to go that will be a much bigger challenge.
The next job is going to be a big job.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
There's no way the rotator's gonna make it in here.
300 miles northeast, Mitch Wright is heading to a job that's far off any highway.
It's not my type ice fishing. Should have brought some snowshoes. So today we're at Chandos Lake, where two snowmobiles have breached through the ice and they're down at the bottom of the lake. Oh, there's one there.
It's the first time Mitch has ever attempted this kind of rescue. So he's teamed up with local Ron Sutherland, who's got experience and equipment.
I can't believe how well that thing works.
Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, so let's go to this hole first, see where we're at.
Finding the exact location of the snowmobiles may be a challenge.
He's got a ton of knowledge when it comes to pulling snowmobiles up. He's got underwater cameras and he's got certain tools that, you know, we're gonna make the job a lot easier. What are you for depth there?
We're 30 feet.
30 feet there, right to the bottom?
Right to the bottom.
The two riders escaped unharmed, but they could only offer a very rough estimate of the location.
Nothing, eh?
Nothing there. We might have to go deep. This is the trick, is finding it.
Yeah, I have a funny feeling it's like you're gonna be right near it. I think it's right here.
What the hell are we doing wrong here?
The biggest problem is, you know, trying to actually locate where the sleds went down. It's kind of like a puzzle we're trying to piece together. The ice looks a little funky, like right here, to be honest with you. It's just aug the holes out, drop the camera in, see if we can't find it, you know, aug another hole and another one and another one and another one until, you know, we find what we're looking for.
Let's do one right here. We'll do one back over there.
It's a real fishing expedition out here trying to find these sleds. If I had to bet money, I'm gonna say it's right here.
I bet you 20 bucks it's right here.
Did you find it?
Yeah. We're basically right on top of it now.
Oh yeah, you're right there. Right on top of her. Finally, we see the first sled. You see the yellow kind of shine on the camera, and it's like we're in business.
They cut an access hole so they can winch up the snowmobiles.
That's a big chunk of ice.
But they won't risk driving a tow truck onto the ice.
Bill's here.
So the winch will be mounted on a much smaller vehicle.
Pops. Sir. What's going on?
Not so much.
It's the first time Mitch's father, Bill, is seeing his son in action, running the company's new northern outpost.
We're gonna give them a little hand here, some muscle. I'm very proud of Mitch to see him in Bancroft using that as a place of change for his life. So he's, you know, kind of in a new area, new people, you know, new surroundings, new responsibilities.
I'm getting something, I think.
Okay, yeah, come straight, go, lift up.
I'm tight.
Yeah, you're on it.
It's in there.
When he hears we're out and we're having some fun and we're playing with some sleds in the water, he can't help himself.
Bill could use a fun distraction. He's been chewing over an offer to buy his heavy fleet.
Well, personally for me, You know, it's mixed emotions. My dad started this business more than 50 years ago. I'm not ready to retire. I'm not ready to stop driving a wrecker and being a wrecker operator and a recovery guy. But, you know, when you get a good offer on the table financially that works for you and your family and your future, you know, sometimes the decisions get made for you based on those circumstances.
Or right around the axle.
Now the deadline is looming. Bill will need to give a final decision in the next week.
All right.
That should do her.
It's a way of life for us. It's not work. This is what we do. This is how we grew up. This is what we were taught.
For today at least, Bill can focus on the unique job ahead.
It's all yours.
Good?
Yeah. Just like that. We get it close to the surface and stop.
I can see it. First sled's coming up, winch is pulling it up. We're starting to actually see the sled come towards the surface through the water.
Oh, she's stalling out.
Rev it up.
I think we got a burnt out winch.
Ah, you gotta be kidding me.
I think we have a problem here.
There's not really any tension around these four-wheeler winches, so when the winch comes in, it kind of hopped the drum a little bit and got like wedged. Hold on. That's in there, dude. There's not really a way to get it out.
But working with his father since he was a kid, Mitch has learned a few tricks.
I'm gonna get the winch hooked to a tree and see if I can't give it a bit of a tug. Brakes hard. And patience. Give her a rip.
No go.
Broke. It's been a long day. We're getting tired. You know, it's just frustrating.
Relax, dude. You can't get worked up.
I can't. I'm not doing it right now.
They're cleaning it up. You're gonna be there, bro.
Yeah, we're coming to a slowdown.
Traffic is squeezing onto the shoulder on the 402 east of Sarnia.
Two jobs at the same time.
All right.
Colin and Glenn have slid the semi onto more even ground.
I'm tired. Well, we've got the trailer shifted right now. It's gonna land in a better spot for us, and this way it's a little bit closer. It's a little bit easier for us to get the initial pick on this thing.
Glenn will pull down on the tractor while Colin uses two straps from his rotator to hold the trailer together as he lifts it up. But using just two straps might not provide enough support.
If we can get it up with two straps and save us that extra time, we're gonna go for it, but it's a really risky move because we can blow the wall out doing this.
All right, we good?
Yeah. This trailer's making noises, and we're just trying to hear if it's gonna come apart on us. What was that?
Any loud noise is not a good sign when you're recovering something.
Something inside.
That was just the load actually falling back onto the floor and getting off of the wall. So it was actually a good sign and not a bad sign.
Nice and easy, come on. There we go.
The semi is up, but not stable.
How bad is it?
That entire load's right at the front.
Oh, she's on a heck of a lean.
Where the second truck went in, it pushed a lot of dirt and snow up, and where the second trailer is landed is right on the snow pile, which is making it lean even further.
Wow. Yeah, that's ugly. That is really ugly.
three of us get on this and just...
Yep.
Back on Chandos Lake, south of Bancroft, Mitch has rejoined the crew.
You know, it's just frustrating. This job tends to throw a curveball at you once in a while.
Now he needs to refocus and show his father how he's grown up during his months away.
This is a massive opportunity for me up here in Bancroft. I know I have a lot of eyes on me. You know, I think some of them are kind of waiting to see if I mess it up. I'm gonna crush it. So is the sled right now level?
That ski's over. We got to manhandle it because we've, unfortunately, the winch is not working on the bike anymore.
We're just old school, no winch, no nothing. We're just absolutely trying to drag these things up.
Okay, let's try it.
1, 2, 3.
There we go. I got to ski up.
All right. Watch the brake surface. Keep her going. Okay. Now, if you can lift the back of that up.
I'm just gonna try to grab the ass end.
1, 2, 3. Come on. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go. We're sweating, you know, we're pulling, we're dragging, it's brute force.
One more pull. There, one out.
Whew. Young man's game.
We're right on the nose of the slide here now.
And they're only halfway done.
This thing's four-stroker.
Oh, yeah, it is too.
The second sled is actually what they call a four-stroke snowmobile. Much larger, much deeper, much heavier.
Up. There you go.
You're on.
You're in there good this time.
We'll keep this like this. 3 or 4 guys lift on the rope, tighten the cinch. Lift on the rope, tighten the cinch.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You're on? Okay, so Bill and I just lift up on these and we should be golden.
Should be.
Should be. That's a key word. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
We're running out of ideas. 3 guys can't do this.
But growing up in the family business, Mitch learned early on the value of improvising.
We got 3 strong dudes over there.
We can ask them.
You guys want to come give us a drag? In the distance, you could see a couple of guys were kind of checking out what we were doing, and I think we're going to put these boys to work. Anything you can grab onto to pull. You ready?
We'll go up on an A-arm.
1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2. There we go. Oh. Thanks, guys.
We think we've got it, and we all kind of relaxed.
And next thing you know, bam, there it goes.
On a frozen lake south of Bancroft,
I just touched the ski. Barely.
There you go, bud.
Mitch's snowmobile rescue is sinking fast.
The sled went in probably just over half, back in with the ski tips pointing up.
But this time, Mitch is not storming off.
So I ran over and grabbed a corner, and luckily all together, we got the thing dragged up and onto the ice.
Let's get it right up out of the hole. There we go.
I got a sweet idea. Let's drag it ahead another 6 inches. There you go. We're just gonna get hooked onto it with 4-wheeler, drag them around, get them brought up to the driveway where our flatbed's gonna meet us.
Mitch has stuck it out on this job and through a demanding winter.
I do everything I can just to make sure that I'm becoming a better person every single day, whether I'm learning something on recoveries or I'm learning something about myself.
For his father, one achievement surpasses all others.
When I left home, Mom asked me to make a delivery.
Mitch's continuing commitment to sobriety.
This month is 1.5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Time flies. The pendant says continued strength, wisdom, and success. It's been a weird couple of years, so seeing him hand me that means more than anything.
Only Mitch can walk the road to recovery.
That's cool.
Yeah. Mitch is very proud of what he's done, of his accomplishments, and he should be.
Okay, Mitch, take care, buddy. Thanks.
They want me to continue in the journey that I'm going and just keep taking the next right step.
Still got a trailer in the ditch, and they haven't even started pulling out yet.
Let's make this happen.
Back on the 402, night is falling.
Okay, up.
Everything's got to play exactly right on this.
Colin and Glenn are ready to pull the leaning trailer up to the road.
We're running out of time on this one. We only have a few more minutes left here before the sun's gone.
I'm just gonna have to keep the boom low to keep it from cutting.
That should hopefully give us enough pull back over that it's not gonna want to roll as we're coming up.
Hey, boss.
And Colin will have someone scrutinizing his plan.
Is it leaning just because of the angle call, or is it leaning because of the load all shifted?
I'm coming in on scene. I'm a fresh set of eyes, but you know, the guys have had their challenges with this one.
What do you see on this? I see that we're down low. I would have liked to be between here, just that little extra.
Yeah.
Would have been nice to be there.
I noticed this back strap's not holding the way we need it to hold. It's actually gonna roll this trailer over, so I need to halt things here, and hopefully that'll keep everything upright and get it out of the ditch.
I want another strap over the top of it.
It's always nice to have those extra little pointers. I still have a lot to learn in this industry, and to have my dad there to be able to show me what to do and, you know, to save me from making, you know, catastrophic mistakes. It's a nice feeling.
But with the boom up, they can't rig the extra strap.
We can't even get at your line.
So in all the confusion, I forgot to take an extra line down.
And with the semi already teetering, there's no way to safely lower the boom.
Yeah, it doesn't feel nice, does it? No. You are going to fight me all the way.
On the 402, Colin needs another boom line, badly.
I want another strap over the top of it. I know.
But his boom is up in the air, the only thing holding up the leaning trailer.
I'm in a bad position right now.
If I go up there, I can possibly feed that line down, okay?
If the boom can't come down, there's only one option.
I'm gonna have to get up on the boom to get another line.
Oh.
I made the silly mistake to get the boom up in the air. I'm the one up here getting this line down because no one else should have to clean up for my mistakes.
Be careful up there. I am. I don't like this either.
I really do not like heights. It is a very uncomfortable feeling being up here, but I have to get this line down because there is no other way we can do this without this truck rolling over. Especially with traffic blowing by, you can feel the truck swaying.
There you go.
Okay, can you get it from there, Glenn?
You gotta do what you gotta do out there. So it shows that he's resourceful enough and willing to tackle what needs to be done.
But with a heavy lean on the trailer, even this added strap might not be enough to hold it upright and in one piece.
Okay.
Okay, good to go.
Tighten it up.
You're good?
Okay, let's get this thing out of the ditch. Looking better now. Got that trailer sitting back on the ground, that's what we want.
6 hours after his battle started,
there you go.
Colin has led the crew to victory.
We got that strap on and it just stayed up nice, thankfully.
Good.
Jobs like this and days like this, it takes a lot out of you.
Good job though, wasn't it? Yeah, it's this one really wanted to play games, so.
That's part of it, bud.
Yeah.
They'll fight you sometimes.
It's nice to see him taking that leadership role and being able to step up. It's just part of him growing within this company.
This is my career, this is my path, and I feel like I've come a long way since I've started.
It's really special to be able to work with your family, work with your son, grow a business, and watch this all develop to what it has. It's something special.
That's a fair amount of iron.
It's the start of a new day in Curtis.
Do you think it would look better if they were staggered down the building? Yeah, facing this way.
And the end of an era at BNG Towing.
We're just having a little get-together. We're bringing all the trucks from all branches down. Some of the wreckers are moving on to other homes this week.
Bill is assembling his entire fleet one last time for a special photo. He's made the hard call.
It's one of those things, you know, it's good timing and it's a good offer.
It's like every little bump that you see on it, I can remember exactly what it's from. When my dad drove that truck into the yard, I was still too young to be able to get into it, and I knew that, you know, that's what I wanted. I'm just happy that I got to experience that.
You spent a lot of time with that old girl.
Well, I think I'm gonna make it a goal to have one of these in Bancroft eventually.
You put it in one parking lot, and then it's a real sense of reality of what you've done here.
Yeah? Look at what you built, man. All of that.
It's the first time in 24 years I've ever seen my father cry.
Give me a hug.
It's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears put into that business and building it to where it is, and I think it's gonna be a really good thing for my dad.
Pretty wild. A lot of flashing lights there.
We took a little walk up the street and we shed a couple tears together, and we had a moment that I will probably remember for the rest of my life.
Oh, it's insane. I've never seen them all together, ever.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You've worked all these hours, you've done all this time, the nights, the weekends, the snow, the rain, it didn't matter. You got up and you went, and this is why.
It's all for the best. We'll all have some more time to hang out.
Pretty cool what it's turned into, though.
It's not totally an end of an era, right? We're still gonna have BNG, we're still gonna be around, there's still lots of work to be done.
They'll keep their light-duty trucks and the Bancroft yard. And after a year of growth, Mitch is ready for what comes next.
I'm really excited to see where the future goes with BNG. Just because one door closes doesn't mean that there's not another one opening.
At the end of the day, it's been a good ride.